Alright, what's going on, you guys? Brian here with another recap video, this time recapping tonight's very special edition of Dynamite. It was the tribute edition, or tribute episode to Mr. Brodie Lee, who passed away this weekend at the age of this past weekend, at the age of 41. As I said in my Raw recap, my condolences, my thoughts and prayers go out to his wives and 2 kids. He's gone, but he will not be forgotten. So tonight's episode, like I said, was a tribute episode that featured the Dark Order, Brodie Lee's group, going over in each match, picking up a clean sweep, starting off with a 6-man tag, which featured the AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks, teaming up with Colt Cabana. They took on Matt Hardy and Private Party, and it was Colt Cabana picking up the victory for his team, and not only for his team, but also for the Dark Order, but also as a tribute to Brodie Lee. So that was the opening match. There were some testimonials from different wrestlers that knew Brodie, like John Moxley, Eddie Kingston, Chris Jericho, Darby Allin, Colt Cabana, Arn Anderson, referee, I believe his name is Bryce Ginsburg. All of them sharing their thoughts on Brodie Lee, the person, as well as how he was backstage. We also saw in another 6-man tag, it was Evil Uno and Stu Grayson teaming up with Lance Archer to take on Eddie Kingston, the Butcher and the Blade, and it was Evil Uno and Stu Grayson hitting their double team finishing move to pick up the win in this 6-man tag team contest. Like I said, a very emotional night for the Dark Order, as they would go 2 for 2 in both the first and second matches. Then we had Hangman Adam Page teaming up with John Silver and Alex Reynolds to defeat the 3 members of the Inner Circle, MJF, Santana, and Ortiz, when I believe it's John Silver hit the discus lariat that Brodie used to use on, I believe it was Ortiz, and that is what helped, and that is what picked up the victory for that 3-man trio of Hangman Adam Page, John Silver, and Alex Reynolds. Then we had Anna Jay and Ty Conti. They defeated Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Penelope Ford when Anna Jay used the Queen Slayer rear naked choke to make Penelope Ford tap out. And then in the matchup, or in a main event matchup, it was the Brodie Lee Jr. Favorite superstars. Brodie Lee Jr. is Brodie Lee's son. He handpicked the trio of Dark Order 10, number 10, Dark Order's 10, Orange Cassidy and Cody Rhodes, and they took on Team Taz's Powerhouse Hobbs, Absolute Ricky Starks, and the Machine Brian Cage, and it was the Dark Order's 10 that picked up the victory in this 6-man tag with help from Cody Rhodes and Orange Cassidy. picking up the win over Ricky Starks. They ran down next week's episode of night number 1 of New Year's Smash. Of course, that was supposed to take place tonight, but with the passing of Brodie Lee, AEW decided to do a tribute show. I also forgot to mention, and this is terrible of me, that they actually had all the AEW superstars at the beginning of the show on stage, and they, along with Brodie Lee's wife, Amanda, and his son, -1, I believe it is what they call him, and their other son, and they had them all on stage, and they did the 10-bell salute, which I thought was a really nice gesture. I know a lot of people have been questioning why WWE didn't do that, but in my opinion, I think that out of respect, they let AEW have this moment to do the 10-bell salute. So for anybody that thought, oh, well, why didn't WWE do a 10-bell salute? Well, AEW did it. So, and then after the Team Taz versus Dark Order's 10, Cody Rhodes and Orange Cassidy 6-man tag main event, Cody would say a few words about Brodie, and he would then bring out Brodie's son, Brodie Lee Jr., along with Brodie's wife, Amanda. They would come to the ring. They would have, along with 10 and Tony Khan, and they would lay Brodie Lee's boots and his bandana in the middle of the ring as a. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm getting choked up. It's just that it was really emotional, a really emotional tribute show for Brodie Lee tonight. So they laid his boots, they laid his bandana in the middle of the ring, and as you know, as a tribute. And then they played a video package showing Brodie Lee and with his family, with other superstars, basically like a career retrospective. And before that, Tony Khan would present Brodie Lee Jr. with a TNT Championship belt. And that is pretty much how Dynamite ended tonight in what has been an emotional couple of days for anyone that knew Brodie Lee, for all of his friends, his family, as well as fans that had respect for him. We also saw an appearance by one of Brodie Lee's former tag team partner in the WWE, Eric Rowan, who is now known as Eric Redbeard. He made an appearance in the 6-man tag where Alex Reynolds, John Silver, and Hangman Page picked up the victory over the Inner Circle's MJF, Santana, and Ortiz. He came out when Wardlow got involved and went after Wardlow, and then came back out after Page, Silver, and Reynolds picked up the win. And he had a sign that said, "Goodbye for now. I'll see you down the road." So, for anyone that remembers, that anybody that watched Brodie when he was in WWE as Luke Harper, know that him and Eric Rowan were a team, not only in the Wyatt family with Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman, but also as the Bludgeon Brothers in Luke Harper's last appearance in WWE, or Brodie Lee's last appearance in WWE as Luke Harper. So Like I said, a really emotional tribute show for um, AEW, paying their respect and to Mr. Brodie Lee. And what a fitting way for that tribute show to go down, as having every member of the Dark Order, from Colt Cabana, Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, Anna Jay, and of course number 10, picking up wins and picking up the victory in those tag matches. So, like I said, emotional episode of Dynamite tonight for as far as a tribute show is concerned. So with that being said, for those of you that watched tonight's episode of Dynamite, let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments below. Like I said, I thought it was a really emotional episode. It had me, it had me choked up watching it. The amount of respect and the amount of emotion that was on the episode tonight. So I'm gonna probably watch NXT tomorrow because I DVR'd it. So, but yeah, like I said before, my thoughts and prayers are with Brodie's family, and to Brodie Lee, much respect. I was a fan of his when he was in WWE, and and when he came to AEW, I was really happy that he was going to get an opportunity in another promotion and have a chance of becoming a bigger star. So, but much respect, and thank you for just thank you. And I know every fan out there is probably saying thank you, saying thank you to Brodie Lee for just being a great in-ring competitor. So thank you again. And with that being said, this has been my AEW Dynamite recap. As always, I am Brian, and thank you for watching.